it's Jay. Welcome back to the channel. So, guys, man, what a weekend it's been. I got to tell you. Holy crap. It's been one roller coaster of a weekend. Lots of different announcements, lots of things happening this weekend. Particularly first of all in the toy world, but at the same time, my own personal life, there have been so many different things that have been happening. And yeah, thought might be a good opportunity for us to get together and chat a little bit about that. It is, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. It is April 24th, 2022, guys. Holy crap. Where does the time go? I just can't believe how fast the year is already flying by. It is, of course, um the fourth month of the year, and man, we're getting into May, which is going to be the fifth month of the year. Holy crap! And this is traditionally where a lot of conventions and the Geek Con year begins. And tonight, I just wanted to reiterate, much like I did yesterday, and share some thoughts about conventions and what they mean to me, and how what was my first convention that I got into way back when. And I was wondering, what about you guys? What are some of the conventions that you guys have been to? And I thought it would be really fun to really have a bit of a deep dive and talk a little bit more about events that are happening throughout the year and things that possibly could coming up for toy conventions, but also geek cons in general, like Comic Cons, anime conventions. All that fun stuff that we like to do throughout the year. Um, I I always say this, at the beginning of every one of my streams, but we do have to also remember that there are people out there who are less fortunate than us, and especially people who are, suffering in their own little way. And I do want to encourage everybody: if you know somebody who is, having a hard time, for whatever it is, whether it's friends or family who are, in different situations on the other side of the world, whether it's, just stress that somebody's having or feeling, in their own personal life, and whether or not it's just somebody you care about and you would like to find out whether or not they're okay. Don't be afraid. Reach out. Find out how they're doing. Say hi. Your mother, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your best friend, right? People who are Ukrainian descent, people who are in situations which you might know of and are concerned about them. Definitely stay in touch with them as much as possible. Reach out to them and make sure that they know you care. I know I tend to say this a lot, but throughout this last 2 years, past, isolation for a lot of people is extremely stressful, and there's just so many times where people feel like they have no hope, and it can really be a daunting situation. And when you're by yourself and you have no one else to turn to, it can be scary. It can be frightening. I've recently come into certain situations with people who I care about who have felt trapped and really had no recourse. And honestly, I felt I felt like I couldn't do anything. But I realized that by reaching out to some of these people, right, the people in my in my my own personal circles, the ones who needed a just to pick me up, just a friendly ear to listen to what they had to say. It's a big deal. It really is. Don't ever think that you as a person can't make a difference, because you can. Everyone's mental health right now is stretched to the limits. We've just gone through 2 years of complete isolation, right? And in many ways, people just could not, depending on where you are in the world, people were having a very, very difficult time. Mental health right now is an all-time low, and people are looking for hope. So, if you're someone if you know somebody who's in that situation, do not second guess yourself. Just go out there, say, how you're doing, reach out to them, make sure that they know that you're there and that you care. It means so much to people. Trust me. I found that out firsthand. right? And more recently than I'd like to admit. But especially now in these uncertain times, right? With everything that's happening all over the world, people need hope. And you know what? Just being a friend, just being someone who can be there, a friendly ear to listen to, right? Someone who can just be there to let them know that you're there and you care. It sounds like a Care Bear motive, but slogan, but honestly, it's true. Like caring is sharing, and it really means a lot. So, guys, do not be afraid. Do not think it's cheesy. Do not think you're intruding on people. If you're trying to find out if they're okay, reach out, say hi. At least let them know that you're there and that you care about them. That's the most important thing. Having said that, you know, I always start off the live streams like this, but I think it's important for us to continually bring up these messages. And I feel a certain responsibility in order to do that. And you know what, I don't feel I don't feel bad about doing that at all. It's very important for me, that we continue to remember that there are people out there who need us. So guys, I don't want to preach, but at the same time, I just want to put it out there and let everybody know what I'm thinking. And hopefully, you know what, maybe you'll be able to find somebody out there who needs your help. Anyway, let's get on to tonight's topic. Yeah, conventions. I've been going to conventions for years now. My first convention was all the way back in 1998. No, what am I talking about? My first convention was all the way back in 1996. Um, and I remember at the time, geek conventions in particular, were a fringe. Nobody went to them, right? It was literally just a bunch of enthusiasts. In my case, it was a bunch of anime enthusiasts, right? And we would all gather in small little rooms watching anime from Japan that hadn't been translated yet. Sometimes sometimes they'd have fan subs on them, sometimes they would not. And I remember it being such a magical time. Being able to meet people with like-minded interests, and just sharing in that wonderful moment that we can all get together and really reminisce with people who know what the heck you're talking about. That really was the biggest. Really, for me, that was the biggest thing. I was in university. I was just entering college, and nobody knew what the heck I was talking about. I'd be sitting there, and I'd be trying to share with people in my classroom about this amazing anime that I just seen, or this amazing movie that I just seen, and they'd be like, "Wow, that sounds so cool. Where can I watch that?" And I'm like, I don't know, right? And then I'd start sharing copies of videotapes at the time, and some people would really really get into it, and some people would be like, it's not for me. And it was hard. It was hard to find people of like-minded interests, people who really shared your passion for the types of things that you were looking forward to, and that you really were passionate about. So conventions allowed me and other people to really be in a moment with other people who shared my love for Japanese animation at the time. I still love Japanese animation, bar none. But at the time, it was such a revelation for me to be able to go to a convention and really see people in costume, see people who I could just like strike up conversations in a lineup, just meet people right in the lobby, and just like all of a sudden have a kinship, and really just share in these wonderful moments. Whether it was Ronin Warriors, or Samurai Troopers, Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, uh, you know, um, all these wonderful Techno Man, all these wonderful animes that were coming out at the time. It was absolutely glorious. And you know what? It really did help spurn my love for conventions even today. Oh wow. Fabulous Disaster, thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. Oh my gosh, brother, you're amazing. Thank you so much. It's not necessary, but again, every little bit counts. Thank you so much, my friend. I really do appreciate it. Keep rocking, Jay. You keep rocking, Fabulous Disaster. You're amazing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, brother. You like, honestly, thank you so much. Again, this in a lot of ways, every weekend, being here with you guys, for me, is like a mini convention. Being able to share like-minded interests with you guys, finding out what you guys are collecting, finding out what you guys have found in the wild, talking about the fun new toys and the pop culture of the 70s, 80s, and 90s, reliving these moments, as toy collectors, as lovers of Japanese animation, of cartoons, of movies, of popular culture in general. This is the time that I really enjoy on these weekends, and it is the highlight of my weekends. And as I keep telling everybody, who watches this channel, thank you guys so much for that. It really does mean the world to me. It's absolutely amazing. Conventions, though, it's one of those things where you have 1 or 2 days, maybe even 3 days of just enjoying other people's company and really basking in the sort of um, you know like-minded interests that we share at that moment. The first convention I ever went to was Anime North, and originally at the time I was in college. I had an anime club. I started an anime club of my own because, again, I was trying to meet people who shared the kind of things I did. I went to Georgetown College here in Toronto, Canada. I don't know if anybody knows where that is, but if you do, awesome. Uh, it's not that far away from Ryerson College, and just a little bit of a ways from Toronto University. Um, so I started up a small anime club when I was younger, and every week we would have a show every Friday, to end off the week, and it was a lot of fun. We would bring new anime tapes, and we would have an evening of shows, and people would gather. We'd have some food ready, people could purchase like pizza, hot dogs. It was a wonderful little gathering, and people could literally just sit and converse about the newest anime and what was coming out of Japan. It was really a magical time. But we were talking about maybe 10, 12, 20, 30 people. That was it, right? And it was just a few university kids and some people who were really die-hard anime fans coming to these things. And there were several clubs in Toronto. There was Anime Vortex, which was my club over at George Brown. There was what's it called, York University's manga and role playing association. The University of Toronto's Anime and Role Playing Association, UTARPA. It was a lot of fun, and there was UR Anime, there was Yama, which is York University's anime club. So many different clubs in Toronto that were doing shows at the time. And then in the summer of actually it was in the winter of 1995. The head of UTARPA at the time, I believe his name was Joel Blass. He came and wanted to gather all the conventions. He tried to bring all these anime clubs together, and wanted to actually start something. And we all got into this little room. We were all sitting down. We were all talking, and he proposed that him, along with Donald Simmons and a whole bunch of other people from UTARPA, which was the biggest anime club at the time. They proposed that we do something special. That it was about time that we had an anime expo here in Canada. And for those of you who don't know what Anime Expo is the largest anime convention in North America. I think that's debatable now, but it's still one of the most recognizable, if not the most recognizable, anime convention in North America. And they were throwing around this idea that we should have our own anime expo here in Canada. And I remember at the time, all of us, many of us, were thrilled about the idea. We were super excited. Some groups were kind of like, no, it's going to be too much work and this and that. But a few of us gathered together, and we actually ended up putting on the very first what they called Anime North, and that was the start of something special. Fast forward to 2022, and Anime North. And sorry, you know what? Let me finish the story. So the first Anime North was held at the Missionary Institute in downtown Toronto. It was just a ragtag group of college kids and university kids, putting on a show that we had no idea what we were doing. We had a few we had a few showing rooms upstairs. We had some panel rooms. We had, this was a small university, campus. And honestly, I remember at the time thinking, this is good. This is a lot of fun, but it was a hell of a lot of work. Anybody who's thinking about doing a convention, let me tell you guys, it is a hell of a lot of work. It's a lot of planning. It's a lot of organization. And it's not something that you can just do on the fly. You really have to think about what you're doing and how to plan it out. My first foray into conventions was to actually do one, and that was an eye opener in and of itself. I did pretty much everything that day. I helped to organize a few panels. I I was security for a while because we were so short, we were such short staffed. There was no everyone was wearing multiple hats. It was absolutely crazy. The day was filled with so many different wonderful events, and it accumulated with a final masquerade at the end of the night. And honestly, it really was spectacular. It was one of those things which you come off and it really does leave a lasting impression, being your very first convention. Um, at the end of it, we had a post mortem, and we realized just how successful an anime convention in Toronto would be. Because it was about, I think if I remember, it was about 400 people who showed up at the event, and that was crazy. That was absolutely nuts. I remember waking up the morning of the. It was only a 1 day event, and I remember waking up the morning of the show, coming downstairs and seeing the lobby, and there were like 50 people waiting outside in the cold, for this event, and you know what, that really speaks volumes. Now, this was the very first convention, anime convention in Toronto ever, and I remember at the time we all didn't really think much of it, but it was so much fun, to actually organize and put something like this all together. The second year we just about got 600 attendees, but it was a lot of fun. It was still once again a lot of fun. We moved on to an actual hotel the very next year, and that's where things really started to pick up steam. I think the third year of Anime North, there were about 1,200 people who showed up, so it grew exponentially every single year. And you know, about the fourth year, I had to bow out. My career was taking off. I just graduated from college, and I left the convention scene for the better part of 8 years. I actually did not attend any conventions. In that time between, though, thinking about it now, I did actually do a little bit of volunteer work and organizational work for the Canadian National Exposition, comic book exposition, which today is known as Fan Expo, and I did a little bit of work for them. So, yeah, I've had my fair share of helping to organize different events. Fast forward to 2020, and things have just been absolutely nuts. No, actually, I should step back a little bit. I started getting back into conventions around 2012. No, sorry. Actually, 2012, 2013. Yeah, something like that. 2012, 2013. And originally, I was there to help promote my friend's comic book. Um, and I suggested Anime North as our first stop, and that was an eye opener. I met a lot of good friends who helped, who I had helped, way back in the day, with Anime North. And I remember it was just so much fun, reconnecting with people and having that camaraderie again. It was really something. And of course, I'd been gone for so many years, but the people who were still there, who were still running the event, they still remembered who I was, and it was a lot of fun. Um, and we were there, we were promoting our comic book. It was very different. Anime North had grown to 40,000 attendance strong. That's insane. I the highest before I left Anime North was, which I think was two was I think it was 2000 2001 was the last time I had actually been at Anime North as an organizer. Yeah, we were just a little under 3,000 people in attendance. Now Anime North, regularly brings in 40,000. What I mean, that's a staggering number. That's a staggering amount of people. And I remember thinking to myself at the time that I didn't know how much further Anime North was going to grow, and you know what? I can only imagine. I've attended Anime North every year ever since, and it's always been a lot of fun. Meeting old friends, helping to organize and run panels and shows. And this is the thing about conventions; they are literally geared towards people of like-minded interests, and I think that's really the power of conventions. Whether it's a comic convention, whether it's an anime convention, whether it's a car convention, whether it's you know anything really, like movie convention, horror convention, cosplay convention. It can be anything as long as you're passionate about what you're doing, and the people around you are just as passionate. it really can be absolutely magical. And that's exactly what keeps bringing me back year after year after year to conventions. I just, love going to them. I love meeting new people. I love talking to people, finding out about what the newest trends, some of the newest news that are coming out of the toy industry, the anime industry, all this crazy stuff. In the last couple of years, I was fortunate enough to go to San Diego Comic Con 4 times over. Thanks in part to my good friend David and Angel. We were able to really go to the mecca of conventions, if you will. And honestly, it really was one of those crazy things. If you've never been to San Diego Comic Con, the city literally is taken over by comic books and the convention in large. I've never seen anything quite like it, where a whole city basically transforms itself into comic books and catering to comic book fans. It is absolutely insane. The side of the Hilton Hotel has a huge Conan O'Brien what's it called, billboard, and it's all about Comic Con. It's just absolutely nuts. Funko Pops are everywhere, just like littering. Like honestly, it's just a complete mess. When the streets start getting lively, honestly, check out some of my videos where I actually went to San Diego Comic Con. I actually do full walkthroughs of the event, even going as far as going on the street and seeing some of the parties and some of the activities that are happening throughout the city. It really is just uh, you know um, an experience in and of itself, just to be there in the ambiance. You don't even have to attend Comic Con. You can just be in the city at the time and still experience a heck of a lot that's happening in and around the city. They have small little festivals, breakout events. You can pay to see little shows, in and around the city. And the weather is just absolutely gorgeous in San Diego. Like honestly, it's by the seaside. It's always got a breeze. It's gorgeous, honestly. And for the very first time in my life, I actually saw real street meat. Like honestly, it was eye opening. Like I said, if you guys are interested in finding out what San Diego Comic Con is like, definitely look up Mega J Retro San Diego Comic Con or SDCC, and you guys will see all the adventures I had in San Diego 4 years straight. It was an absolute blast. Honestly, it really was eye opening. It was a lot of fun. Um, I don't know if I like last 3 years I haven't been able to go, but I don't know if this year is open to it. I'm not sure. Traveling from Canada to the United States right now has become very very difficult. So I'm not sure if I'm actually willing to actually travel outside the country now. It's one of those crazy things where you have to really want to do it. Honestly, it's kind of crazy. But for this season, I am gonna actually make it a point to start going to local conventions here in Toronto, and I'm really looking forward to it because after 2 years of not, being able to leave my home and having such a difficult time about it, we're finally able to actually start going out again, and yeah, I'm reveling in that chance to actually do it. And for the first time, mainly because I was able to acquire a vehicle. I explained this on my last live stream. Yeah, I did actually get a new car. So thank you to everybody who's been asking, about the car and the situation and how's it running. Car's running fine. I'm loving it. It's such a blast to be able to actually go out and do some actual hunting again. But having said that, I'm kind of being, kind of pedestrian about it because gas prices are just so astronomically high right now. It's just so difficult for me to even try to go out hunting on a regular basis. So the little hunting I do now and then, it's much easier now because I do have the car. But that's that double-edged sword, unfortunately, because now that I have the car, I have to pay for the car because I wasn't trying. I was trying my best to avoid getting a lease as much as possible, or sorry, finance as much as possible. But it ended up being that I couldn't. The cars were such rarity. Every time I find a decent one on the market, it would be snapped up like that. It was crazy. So finally ended up, with a lot of help from Core, uh, you know, getting this car. And I'm locked into a 5-year finance, and it is what it is. This is the state of the world. But we need, I need it. I need the transportation. I need the ability to move around. But again, there's the problem. I found myself now, because I couldn't get a cheaper vehicle, something like $5,000, $6,000. No, I'm now in a finance, and I do have to actually let go of some of my collection. So for the first time in a very long time, I'm going to be attending a convention and actually exhibiting. I haven't really, gone to conventions to exhibit, or be a vendor, actually at all. I've never really been a vendor at any convention. When I was doing the comics, you know what? Actually, no, that's a lie. When I was doing the comics, that's the time where I was a vendor. I was actually selling comic books. Try to promote the comic books with my team, and that was a lot of fun. But I was doing it, to promote, the comic book. Now I'm actually doing this so that I can actually afford a car. So this is going to be an interesting, kind of thing. Normally, I just go to a convention, I see what everyone else is selling, I pick up a few things, and you know what? I report on them maybe sometimes, and I have a blast doing that. Now it's going to be the opposite. Now I'm going to be exhibiting. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be, talking to people. Talking about the collection. Talking about all this stuff. And I really hope that if anybody of you are in the Oshawa area in Ontario, now would be a good time to tell you which convention I'm actually going to. So yeah, I am going to one of the I'm going to one of the Pop Culture Canada events. They hold several events throughout the year. As you can see here, they got a ton of them listed. But the main event I'm going to this coming weekend, Saturday, April 30th, in Oshawa, Ontario, will be the Harmony Creek will be held at the Harmony Creek Community Center, 15 Harmony Road, North Oshawa, Ontario, Saturday, April 30th, 2022. Obviously, the show starts at 10 a.m. and goes on until 3. If you bring in cans of food, you can try to win some of their prizes. It's going to be a lot of fun. $5 admission, and you can check out more information about that at popculturecanada.ca. It's going to be a lot of fun. I haven't been to a convention in Oshawa in a long time. Actually, I don't think I've ever been to an Oshawa Comic Con. I've been to a Pickering Comic Con. Anybody who actually lives in the area knows what I'm talking about, but obviously, people who don't live in the GTA, there are several cities within about, I guess, half an hour of each other, and Oshawa is actually an hour away from. Actually, no. Oshawa is about 40 minutes away from me. No, that's not true. In good traffic, Oshawa is about half an hour away. That's actually how long it takes. Yeah, it's about half an hour away east. And yeah, I've never been to the Harmony Creek Community Center. It looks interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna be exhibiting there. I hope to see some of you guys there. Whoever is in the area, come by, say hi. I'd love to chat. Meet you guys in person for the very first time. That would be so great. I've already had the opportunity to meet a few of you in the wild. You guys have seen that, but yeah, this is an opportunity. I'll be here all day, and yeah, if you guys are in the area in Oshawa, 15 Harmony Creek, yeah, definitely come by. I'm going to be there from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I think if you've ever been to a toy convention, it's never boring. The reason being is because you have action figures from literally decades past. If you're a retro collector of action figures, you will definitely be able to find something here at the Oshawa Comic Con. I'm pretty sure. There's probably going to be someone's probably going to bring in a flag. Somebody's probably going to bring in, the Terradrome. Somebody's probably going to bring in a whole bunch of different, figures and collectibles from. And if you're looking for something for your collection, if you're missing a Centurion, if you're missing, a very, one of the GI Joes from your collection, I guarantee you're probably going to be able to find it there. And of course, I'll be selling some of my collection. Unfortunately, just so tearful, but it's just what has to happen. I can't. I need to be able to sell some action figures in order to actually pay for this car. So sad. Like seriously, I actually am kind of tearing up about that. But such is life, right? So this is what I'm going to be doing. For a few conventions this year, and the first one being, of course, Oshawa Comic Con. And of course, I love going to comic conventions and toy conventions. I actually did a whole tour of the Pickering Comic Con. You know what? Let's double check. You know what? thinking about it now, it might have actually been the Oshawa Comic Con. Let me just double check really quick. If we go to YouTube, we go to Mega J Retro Comic Con. Hold on, Mega J Retro um, Toy Convention. Let's see what comes up. Actually, it might have been MJR Collector. Now that I think about it, let's try it again. Let's try MJR Collector. That's funny. I could have sworn it was MJR Collector, but I guess it was Mega J Retro. As usual, my abilities to search my own video files is failing me right now. Too funny. Okay, so I did go to GenreCon back 3 years ago. That's interesting. Anyway, at the end of the day, I did go. I believe it was the Pickering. I believe it was the Pickering convention that I was at. Let me just type that in. Yeah, figures. I really don't know what I'm doing. Too funny. Anyways, guys. Yeah. Oh no, there it is. There it is. It was the Ajax Toy Show. Yeah. So it was. It was. Yeah. So it was the Ajax Toy Show. I had a blast going to that one. I'm just gonna go ahead and Ajax. Yeah. If you guys want to see, if you guys want to see, what the types of conventions we have here in Toronto are. This is definitely one that I recommend. I ended up going to Ajax, Ontario, which is not too far from Pickering, and it was a lot of fun. It was a great weekend, and I remember I was able to pick up a vintage Battle Cat there, and it was just so much fun. I really did enjoy heading out to Ajax, and Oshawa's not too far from there. It's another 15 minutes east of that. So it's going to be very similar to this video. So definitely check out the type of toy conventions we have in Ontario. I think you guys will enjoy it. But yeah, conventions have always been a part of my life, and I really do enjoy going to them. Any types of conventions, really. I've been to video game conventions, I've been to anime conventions, I've been to so many. Video game conventions are a totally different ball and wax. Wow. First of all, they're hot. All right. Like, if you think that conventions for like comic books and things like that are sweaty, no, man. Video game conventions are sweaty as hell. Like, seriously, a lot of people who need some to bring some deodorant. I'm telling you, it can be really really crazy. Um, but I want to get into all that. But I've been rambling on for the last 30 minutes. Let's see who's in the chat. Sorry guys, I know sometimes that tends to happen. Scott McLinden. Hey, Scott McLinden. Good to see you, my friend. Oh, Canada, beautiful. Barry Allen. Hey, Barry Allen. What's going on, brother? Evening, Jay in chat. Jermaine Hunter. What's going on, Jermaine? Good to see you, brother. How's my car? My car's good. My car's good. I think I spoke about it a little bit. So yeah, definitely enjoying it. But now we have to pay for it. Dave's Dimension. Hey, Dave's Dimension. What's going on, brother? My first convention was 2006 Niagara Falls Comic Con. Nice. That was a good event. I went there. I went not for 2017. Was it 2017? No. I went to Niagara Falls Comic Con when it first came out. I think it was 20. If I'm not mistaken, it was 2015. 2015 Niagara Falls Comic Con. They literally filled out every single section of the event center, and honestly, let me know. Did they end up going to the casinos? Because the convention center they filled up, they literally had no more room. It was absolutely bonkers. Barry, there are collectors out there saying that what Hasbro is doing is going to kill the market and stop collectors from collecting because they close box and no plastic. That's stupid. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Barry, that doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't know where you're hearing that, but that's stupid. Those are collectors who are obviously inbox collectors. But to say that just because you that's ridiculous. Honestly, to say that just because you can't see the toy, you know, because the box doesn't have any cellophane, that's dumb. That is the dumbest thing ever. People love toys because they're toys. Okay, people buy toys because they open them. Right. The majority of people who buy toys are openers. They don't. They're not just they're not inbox collectors for just being for just being that. This has beautiful artwork on it. It has the toy images on the back. You know, it's ridiculous to think that if you don't have any cellophane to see the toy, that you're not going to buy it. That's a really closed-minded statement. So whoever's saying that, I don't agree. Okay, I really don't. It just doesn't make any sense. And the reality is that you like when you start buying Titans or anything of this size, they don't have windows, man. They don't have windows. Like big toys don't have windows. And you know what? Back in the day, you're gonna remember this stuff. Back in the day, I'm just gonna stand up here. Back in the day, okay, toys were sold with no window boxes. Okay, like seriously, Omega Supreme didn't have a window box. Six shot here does not have a window box. Right? It's not the end of the world just because you don't have window boxes to take a look at your toys. You know, whoever's saying those things is being obtuse. That is a ridiculous statement to make. Like honestly, people buy Nintendo. People buy Nintendo and PlayStations, and they have no window boxes, right? I know that's a ridiculous. That's also equally as ridiculous to say, but it's just kind of ridiculous, honestly. Starscream over there. Oh gosh, my Coronation Starscream over there. He has no box. He has no windows. People are still going to buy these toys. That's honestly, Barry. Don't listen to that. Don't listen to any of that noise. That's not even the here or there. That is not true. Absolutely not true. Obi-Wan. Hey, Obi-Wan. Good to see you, my friend. Sean, how's it going, Sean? How are you, Jay? I'm having a double hernia surgery on the. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. But you know what? It's better that you have it taken care of now rather than it continue to plague you later, right? So my thoughts are with you, my friend. Positive vibes. You know what? And hopes for a speedy recovery. All the best, Sean. Very. Yeah, my last con was Toronto Comic Con in March. Looking forward to NFCC and Fan Expo. What's NFCC? What's NFCC? I don't know what that is. Fan Expo? Yeah, of course. Fan Expo is always, it is the biggest pop culture event in Toronto. So, Gone Toy Hunting. Hey, Gone Toy Hunting. What's up? Thanks for the positive message. Absolutely. You know, I try my best to, as much fun as we have here on this channel, we have to remember that there are people out in the world who are not having that much fun, and are in dire straits, right? So we have to be cognizant about those people and remember that everybody at some point in their life could use some positivity. So yeah, absolutely. Fabulous Disaster. Hey, Fabulous Disaster. Thank you again for the super chat, my friend. I really do appreciate it. You are the best, my friend. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Barry, Jay, did you do any toy hunting this weekend? No, not particularly. I wanted to, but the opportunities just did not present themselves. I had too much work, and I was actually taking care of some family members, honestly. So that did not pan out. But I'll be back on it hopefully this week coming. We shall see. Radimus, hey Jay, good to see you. Today was good. Michael Mercy did a live stream today about one of his topics, unfinished business. Yes, I am going to finish watching it. I caught a glimpse of it, a couple of things. Love it whenever he does a live stream. It's amazing. And of course, he's doing live streams again. So that is awesome. Always great to see Michael doing his live streams all over again. Sweet. Radimus. Yeah, I actually got some more Gundam model kits built. 2 Zaku's, nice. Victory Gundams, a tank, the Quibbly, and a Gundam Mark II. Next one to build is Gundam Sandrock. Nice. That's an awesome weekend to have, Rodimus. Sweet. Barry, 50 people in the chat and only 5 likes. Show some love to the main man. Thank you so much, Barry. I really appreciate that. Jabbar, how come back there are no full form of the 1987 Spider-Man cartoon? This year, the show turns 55. How come back there are no from the 1967 Spider-Man cartoon this year? Sorry, I'm not understanding what are you talking about behind me? I mean, I don't usually display Marvel Legends behind me, Jabbar. But if you're talking about if you're talking about Marvel Legends, they did release the Amazing Tales Spider-Man, so I think that sort of counts in a lot of ways. It is patterned after all, after that version. After all, Barry, Jay, when you're in Oshawa, you should do a live stream from your table. I possibly will. It depends on the internet connection there. I don't want to really just do. It's going to be boring if I do it from my table, Barry. It's going to be the most boring thing you've ever seen. Like that's not that exciting. If I was going to do a live stream, which I probably won't, I would be going around the convention floor, and I might then stop at my table and show you guys what's happening there. But having said that, I don't think it's that exciting. On that level, what I might do is in the morning before the show starts, I might do a tour around the convention, let everybody see what's happening, and let everybody and get people interested in coming down. I think that might be better. But yeah, doing it at my table, live streaming is boring as crap. I mean, I've seen those types of things. Ace did one at a toy convention in China, and until he got up and actually started walking around, it was boring as hell. Raraken, kumusta ka, Jay? Mabuti, pare. Hello, guys. Good to see you, my friend. Raraken, are you going to sell your Cobra Trooper? I have one extra, so maybe I will. That might be a possibility. So yeah, if anybody's interested, maybe I'll bring a few. I will probably bring a few GI Joes. So yeah, that's possible, 100%. Barry, yeah, I know it's really stupid. I'm both like you. I'm an inbox collector and open box collector. Yeah, I know but this is the reality, my friend. This is kind of crazy. Oh, that's right, Niagara Falls Comic Con. That's right. There you go. Yeah, that's cool, brother. Hopefully you see some big stars there. That'll be great. James, what's going on? James, set up, yo. Hey, Geeks, how goes the grind? The grind keeps continuing, man. It never stops. It never stops. At Rarakan, how are you, brother? Barry Allen. Yeah, I went on Friday and bought a used camera from Facebook Marketplace for $30. Took my son because after him and I went to the GameStop at Walmart, we did a little toy hunting. That's excellent. Awesome stuff. Great to hear that you and your son are doing stuff together. Yep. Hope everyone's doing well, of course. Jabbar, I meant to say there are no figures in the 1967 cartoon. Sorry, I dozed off. Again, I think that the Amazing Spider-Man, sorry, the Amazing Tales, is going to be that fill that void, right? I mean, he is patterned off. The cartoon is patterned off of that version of Spider-Man. After all, obviously the colors are different, but I think it's somewhat the same. But you never know. It might eventually be released sometime. The problem is that really, many Spider-Mans tend to look the same, right? So it's hard to make that particular Spider-Man look any different. I think that Amazing Tales Spider-Man is really the closest one to looking like that. So I hope that helps bridge that gap. James J, don't tempt me with any army builders. I have heads that need a home. Oh, James, I don't tempt anybody. Right, again, James, kumusta ka? Doing good. How about you? Yes, you guys are having conversations with you. Rodimus Prime, I can't wait for Terrificon even more now. Another G.I. Joe voice actor was added. Francois Chau, who was Quick Kick. He was also the Shredder in Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze. Oh, I did not know that. Was he the actor or was he the voice actor? Very cool. Right, Ken. Jay. Mag no, buddy. I'm missing him. I don't know. Honestly, I don't. If you're missing him, buddy, maybe okay. Message me on IG. Right. I'll see if I have an extra one. I'm pretty sure I do. Are you still? Which one though? Right. Are you talking about the? Are you talking about the? Are you talking about the infantry trooper, or are you talking about the Cobra Island one? Let me know. James, right again. Still feeling the passing of. Oh wow, yeah. It never really fades, James. but it does get easier. So yeah, yeah, yeah. You only live twice and bought a new GPU for your aging system. I know. Do whatever you need to get past the pain. It is tough, James. It is tough. You know. You know, my heart goes out to you, brother. It really does. Barry, what do you do with your car now that that's a big ass paperweight? What did you do with your car now that that's now a big ass paperweight? I sold it. I sold it a long time ago. Somebody like I put it on. I put it on. I bought that like almost. I sold that a month before I actually found my car. So yeah, it's that's she's already gone. She's been gone for about like over a month now. So actually 2 months now. Holy crap! Yeah, it's been that long. So yeah, I can't tell you that. Right. Message me on. Send me a PM on IG, please. Please, we'll talk about it there. Okay. Oh man, I appreciate it. Right. James, dude, I know. My kuya, my ninang, and my ninong in the past. Holy crap, brother, that's crazy. Oh my god, are you serious? Oh, pare. Kawawa na. Ay, nako, that's crazy, bro. Holy crap. My heart goes out to you, my friend, and your family, man. Wow, that's crazy. Holy shit, your kuya as well. Oh man, that's rough. That's rough. My you know my heart goes out to you, brother. My heart goes out to you. You know, just know they're in a better place, bro. Know they're in a better place. That's crazy. I'm sorry to hear that. MB10. Hey Jay, will we ever get Cascade Barbecue in Canada? I sure as hell hope so. Uh, Usually it comes out through Toys R Us. I really don't know what's taking so long for that one. That is a good question. It's been forever. Now, what tends to happen is if Toys R Us doesn't pick it up, then usually EB Games tends to pick up the ball. So pay it like just try to keep your eyes out for both locations because yeah, brother, that's a tough one. I really don't know what to say. That's tough. Crazy, crazy. Yeah, I hope so. I really do. Right, okay, James. Condolences, buddy, and thoughts and prayers. Yes, of course. Uh, yeah, yeah. Holy crap. Yep. Oh my gosh. Yeah, James, we feel for you, brother. We really do. We feel for you. Barry, James, I'm really sorry for your loss, buddy. Lost my mom on Twitter. Wow. Yeah, that's yeah, that's wow. It's just crazy. I know. I know. I know. I know. Yeah, I know. It's just crazy, guys. It's just crazy. But you know what? They will always be here. They'll always be in our hearts, and they're in a better place. Trust me, they are in a much better place. They are in a better place. Absolutely, guys. So yeah, um, conventions have always been one of those great places for people to go and meet like-minded people. Um, I remember, uh, and it's crazy because you will find the craziest situations at conventions too, like things you would never expect to happen. But you'll also find some of the most interesting things, and sometimes that's some things that are not kosher. Well, sorry, that's not the word. Some things that are not what's it called? Appropriate. Sorry, yeah. Some things which are not appropriate. Um, I remember the first time I went back to Anime North after years. They had moved all the way to the International Center up on up in basically in Mississauga for the most part. It was called the Toronto. It's called the Toronto Congress Center, but for the most part, it's Mississauga. Like not exactly. It's about two steps away from Mississauga. And I remember um, outside there were a lot of events happening. Like they have food trucks out there. They have some carnivals, the dance stage. So many crazy things. And of course, you have all these cosplayers running around. And because it's just around the time of summer, usually for Anime North, all the crazy cosplays come out, and everybody's outside, enjoying the summer, enjoying the summer heat, and the crazy things that you'll ever see in your life. I remember going out. I wanted to get a hot dog or whatever it was that I was hungry, and I wanted to go grab some food. And I was waiting in line, And I remember the problem with the convention is you can only go in one way and you can go out the other way. So I tried to get back in by going out through the front gate. And out there, a lot of people were taking photographs of cosplayers, and it was really a really great thing. And you'd see your general people who were taking photographs. A whole bunch of cosplay photographers, a whole bunch of attendees who just want to take photographs. A lot of great stuff. But then, and this is the funniest thing about this, you would eventually, if you just wandered a little bit further out, to closer to the street where the cars are passing by, you'd see these old guys, just old guys who obviously are not there for the convention, but for whatever reason they're just out on the very very outskirts of the right at the edge, right where the convention, the sidewalk of the convention basically. And they've got these long ass telescopic cameras, and I don't know if they're ashamed. I don't know if they're ashamed to go and take pictures close up, or if they're just kind of like weird that way. But they're taking photographs from all the way back there. These cosplayers, 30 feet away. It's crazy. I was like, that is so weird. That's just crazy. I always found that funny, and a lot of us used to joke so much about the fact that they're probably just kind of perverted old men who just want to want to get their kicks far away. Now, mind you, some cosplay are really risque. I'm telling you straight up. If you've been to any comic conventions in the last 3 years, there are some women who basically do not care how much, what they're wearing. It's just ridiculous sometimes. I remember one time there was actually a not scandal, but there was a lot of chatter about how one cosplayer actually had to be escorted off the grounds and asked to come back with more clothing, because she was literally wearing a G-string. Like it was just crazy. Like certain things happen at conventions that you'll never see anywhere else. It's just absolutely nuts. But there was this one time I was at Anime North, and it's the funniest thing. Things happen at Anime North I've never seen anywhere else. Actually, that's not true. So this actually happened at San Diego Comic Con as well. The last time I was at San Diego Comic Con, I went to Bourbon Street, which is just outside, which is just one of the old district right in front of the convention center. And as you're leaving the convention center, just as you pass the railroad tracks, because there's a train that actually passes through the city. Right as soon as you pass the railroad tracks into the old quarter, the gas lamp, they call it the gas lamp quarter. As soon as you pass there, did you not see an entire huge procession of protesters? And these weren't like these weren't like protesters who were trying for to talk about politics or anything. They were people who were preaching about how we were all sinners and that we were all going to go to hell. I think I don't know what they were like. They were like these. I don't want to say evangelistic, and I don't think that's what they were. But they were just this group of religious fanatics who were just there and going absolutely nuts, just basically telling us all we were going to go to hell and that we're all living in sin, and that comic books and things are a product of debauchery and all that. And I was like, what the hell is going on? If you actually watch one of my videos for San Diego Comic Con, I actually took some video. I actually took a video of these people, chanting and basically just raising a huge storm, a huge ruckus, saying that what you guys are doing here is sinful. You should not be, engaging in comic books and all this ridiculous demonstration. And you know what? They had these gigantic signs. I swear to God, they were 50 feet high. They were gonna, if they had dropped these signs, they would have hurt somebody. And it's hilarious because they were only there on the two busiest days, the Saturday and the Sunday. Thursday they weren't there. Friday they weren't there. Saturday and Sunday they were there, and by Monday I was already gone. So, but it was just one of those things. I couldn't believe that they had religious protesters in front of this convention center. And then you know what? That same year, I was at Anime North, and they did the exact same thing at Anime North. I couldn't believe it. They were like not the same group, obviously, but a whole bunch of religious protesters were at the sidewalk protesting. That anime is evil and it's debauchery and all this stuff. And talk about choosing the worst place to actually go do a protest. basically every cosplayer who's scantily clad, or actually it didn't matter. Every cosplayer out there literally just started taking pictures with these people. They actually just started running up to them and actually taking pictures, and gyrating in front of them, and just enticing people. It was just the craziest thing you'd ever seen. Just a whole bunch of religious protesters being jeered at, and basically being made fun of by a whole bunch of young cosplay kids, and anime kids. And then you'd have just like huge people who would poke the bear and just start debating these people, and it was just an absolute laugh riot watching this unfold. It was just crazy. I couldn't believe the kind of things that were happening. Like who would have thought that that conventions would rile up religious groups to actually start telling us that we were all going to go to hell. It was the crazy thing I'd ever seen in my life. Honestly, I had no idea what to think. It was just crazy. If we're not careful, guys, they're going to come to the toy conventions and telling us that effigies of little action figures are products of evil. We gotta watch out. It's just absolutely insane. Like, honestly, I was literally it was a face palm moment. It was like, it was crazy. It was absolutely nuts. I could not freaking believe it. It was nuts. Just absolutely crazy, man. Oh my god. Rodimus, I got a few of the Legacy line. Laser Optimus Prime, nice. Kickback, Drag Strip, and Skids. I have not seen a Laser Optimus Prime anywhere. I did see Kickback. I saw Drag Strip and Skids, and I saw RC, but I did not see Laser Optimus Prime. That's crazy. Congratulations. That's an awesome pickup, Rodimus. I got Skids and Drag Strip for 10% off each because the box are damaged. Nice. That's an awesome pickup. Congratulations, Rodimus. Beautiful pickups. Ryder Ken, Jay, I have a barbecue. I have barbecue, and he is great. Display him with Inferno. Great. That's awesome. Congratulations, Ryder. Barry, my first convention was August 2001. It was called SFX before it was called Fan Expo, and I met my best friend there. Yeah, it was called the. It was actually called the. It was actually called the Canadian National Exposition way before 2001. SFX. It was the science fiction convention. Yeah, they had multiple like. So Fan Expo was multiple things. It was the Canadian National Exposition. It was the It was the Canadian National Anime Exposition. It was the Science Fiction Expo. It was so many different things, right? And then they finally decided, okay, we can't keep calling it all these things. Let's just group it all together and call it Fan Expo. So yeah, 2001. Wow, that was well after I was involved with them. Right. James, do you have Instagram? You've done raves there? What? At Anime North? Yeah, I know, it's crazy, right? It's just absolutely nuts. Rolando, what's going on? How's it going, brother? James, in theory, I don't post as I dislike Meta's policy on content. I use it for messaging though. Well, there you go. That's exactly what it is. Right. Jay, I missed the live stream last Saturday and only caught bits and pieces. I brought the family to the museum last. That's nice. That's awesome. I'm glad you spent time with the family. James, I'm tempted to show up somewhere dressed as Yoko from Gurren Lagann. Go for it, bro. Go for it. Nobody's gonna judge you there. Nobody's gonna judge you. You might get some old men taking pictures of you. Right. James, follow kita para yeah, definitely. James, yeah, you should do that. Both of you guys. Right again. I like female cosplay. You know what? Everybody, I'm gonna go on a limb here. Everybody loves female cosplay. Everybody. Girls love female cosplay. Guys like female cosplay. Everybody loves female cosplay. There, I said it. Barry, Jay, that happened at Fanbo Expo 1 year, where these protesters were saying that reading comics was a sin and that everything get a real life and crap. Yeah, I know. It's apparently it's a trend now. It's a trend. They just want to. I don't know. They just want attention. I don't get it. I think they rented the wrong videotape. they rented the wrong videotape. They rented the wrong DVD. Yeah, they got a rude awakening there. Uh, I don't know. You guys will figure that out. Rodimus, Vic Mignogna actually defended anime fans against those religious groups, and he is religious himself, but he sided with his fans. What a guy! Well, you know what? Vic's gone through a lot, and I don't think he deserved a lot of what happened. Truthfully, that's just my opinion. But he's been through a lot, unfortunately, and most of it's blown over. So I'm glad. Armando, hey Jay, hey Armando, what's going on? Uh, Armando, I met Giancarlo Esposito yesterday. Nice, that's awesome. Great guy. Awesome meeting him and took a pic with him. And yes, I was enjoying those female cosplays. Absolutely, absolutely. Uh, yep. James, so loving my Ningwa figure. Also got Chris Evans and Anthony Mackie Tupac. They look great, don't they? Seriously. Um, and I gotta thank James for this. James, Mr. Serapio, thank you so much for this. This is awesome. If it wasn't for James, I would not have known about this figure and the pre-order. So James, maraming salamat po pare. Thank you so much for that. That was so awesome. Really, really great that I was able to get this guy, this figure. Thank you so much. So hard to get figures these days, especially at a decent price. Just crazy. Just crazy. Fantastic actor. He is, isn't he? But he's kind of been, you know what? Not that I'm not complaining. Okay, I'm not complaining. But he really has been typecast as a lifelong villain now. I haven't seen him do, you know, I haven't seen him do a role where he's not somewhat evil. You know what I mean? Um, I'm trying to think of any roles where he's actually done something where he's you know, a decent guy. I have not seen one in recent years. You know, his character from Breaking Bad was pretty much the same one that in a lot of ways, it was almost exactly the same as what he played, you know, in in the Mandalorian. In a lot of ways, and I don't mind that. It's really really cool. And even in the video game, he's pretty much the exact same character. You know what I mean? Like crazy. But I don't mind it. He's a really great actor. You know, really great character. Does anybody know if he ever played you know, a decent person? I don't know. I've never actually seen any of his other roles. He just seems so sinister now. You know, I just can't see him as anything else. I don't know. Not particularly fond of male cosplay. Honestly, there are some really good ones out there. There's some amazing there are some amazing Naruto cosplays. There are some amazing um, Bleach cosplays. There are some amazing cosplays out there. Seriously. So you know what? You just have to look for the right version of a cosplay that you're really into. Because seriously, I think there are a lot of good Demon Slayer cosplays. Yeah, a lot of great male cosplays out there. Most of them are actually just plain. You know, like they're wearing school outfits and things like that. So yeah, no, there's a lot of great cosplays out there that everyone can enjoy. Um, he wasn't evil in Do the Right Thing. I don't know what that movie. Do the Right Thing. What movie is that? Do the Right Thing. Film. Okay. Huh. 1989. Wow, that was way back. No, I honestly, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, never seen it. Never. I should watch it. You know, I should know about this film. Like, it's definitely one of those ones that definitely would have been one I would have watched when I was a kid. Maybe I did. I just don't remember it. Oh, dang! Holy crap! Holy crap! Yeah, he was young back then. Holy. You know what? Thinking about it now, I see why he would be. Yeah, I see it now. I see it. I see it. Wow. Holy crap. Yeah, yeah, of course. Of course he would, you know what? Of course on that level, of course, like, you know, he was so young. Oh my god. He was so young back then. Holy crap. Oh my god. That's crazy. He was just a puppy back then, man. Holy crap. Wow. That's nuts. That's crazy. It's amazing you know what? It's amazing how people age and they start looking so different later down the line, eh? Wow. Look at that. Look at that. Incredible. Too funny though. Holy crap. Yeah, from where you were to where you are now. Just incredible. Holy crap. Gotta love it. That is so cool. Man, you know what? Now I actually have to watch that film, right? Now, thank you, James. Thank you for now I have to watch that film. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Jabbar, Secret of the Sword was a better He-Man movie than the 1987 film. That's a lie. That is a lie. No, that is a lie. They are both beautiful films, excellent films, all the way around. And you know what? People love the 1980. People love He-Man, the 1987 He-Man film. They just don't want to admit it. Honestly, Dolph Lundgren was amazing. Nah, not really. Dolph Lundgren was okay. Courtney Cox was amazing. You know, Robert Duncan McNeil, he was amazing. Billy Bartley, he was amazing. But the absolute best on screen, on film anyway, because it's the only one anyway. But seriously, Frank Langella as Skeletor, just deliciously evil. He was incredible. Seriously, guys, go watch He-Man and go watch the Masters Universe live action film. No one will regret that. Well, maybe you will, but seriously, go watch it. You have to watch it. It's an amazing film. It's just beautiful. I loved it. Honestly, it was a great kids film. And you know what? Here's the thing, and I'm always going to say this: if they had left it on Eternia for the whole film, if they had left it on Eternia, it would have been spectacular. It would have been absolutely awesome. They would have went on Zordon's mountain. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers would have beamed down, and they would have all had this. You know, they would have all been fighting against Skeletor's forces. Rita's forces would also come down, and they'd be fighting putties. You know what I mean? Like absolutely crazy. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the movie, because then you'll realize exactly what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, Zordon's mountain. That's where He-Man makes his stand on Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Mountain. Take a look. You guys will see what I mean. Armando, he was a good man in the TV show Revolution. Nice. Again, we're learning a lot. Barry, Jay, sell your stick down for $2,000 at the con. Go, you can go screw yourself. Okay, Barry, you can go screw yourself. In the most politest way possible, Barry, go screw yourself. James, solid film, worth a watch. Absolutely. Ryra Ken, after the museum, I picked up the Studio Series 86 Perceptor and Spike. Nice. Spike. Oh, the Studio Series Spike. Nice. Star Wars Black Series Moff Gideon, Mandalorian Death Watch, Umbra, and Arc Trooper. Oh, nice. They're out? Holy crap. I've never seen Umbra in the wild. Never. Cobb Vanth? Yes. Awesome. Fortnite Middlemouth, and White Knight by Bat Cycle. Nice. Congratulations. Those are some awesome pickups. Jabbar Robbins, no lie. No, you are wrong, Jabbar. You are wrong. It's my channel. You're wrong. No, I'm just kidding. You are exactly 100%. Skeletor. Skeletor is the most deliciously evil. Deliciously evil. Alan Oppenheimer was a better Skeletor. No, I disagree. I think that they were two different Skeletors, and Alan Oppenheimer definitely was his own. Alan Oppenheimer was the genesis, 100%. Alan Oppenheimer is the genesis of Skeletor. But in terms of being absolutely just deliciously evil, you cannot beat Frank Langella. Seriously, his persona just oozed, personality in the movie. And let's be honest, he was the crux of that movie. He was the anchor. He like every time you watched a scene with Frank Langella, I was glued to the freaking screen. Absolutely. And like I said, Alan Oppenheimer will always be the original, always be the genesis. But let's be honest, Skeletor got goofy after a few seasons. Really, he got he was more of a fool than anything else. Really, they should have kept him as sinister as possible, but they didn't. It's a kids show at the end of the day. It's not much you can do. James, I totally need to get Black Series Moff Gideon because of Esposito. No other reason. Well, go for it, bro. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's still around some places. Come to the toy show. You'll be able to find him for sure. Rodimus, Jabbar Robin, stop teasing Jay, dude. Not cool. I know, right? Armando, too bad. Frank Langella is under investigation. Who's not under investigation these days for crimes that, it's just really crazy right now, honestly. And I'm not trying to make anybody say that they're innocent or not, but honestly, it's amazing. Hollywood is just out there, man. Anyway, here's the thing I've always said about anything that the body of work should not be judged on the personal life of somebody's character. Okay, whatever Bill Cosby did in his own personal life, his work, the work he did for kids and things like that, that should not be discounted. All right. Everything that Michael Jackson, for so many years, people were accusing him of being, something, and we will never know. But his music, honestly, it still inspires people today. So seriously, the body of work that someone creates, whatever demons they have, behind them, that they'll deal with, that they'll answer for, if it ends up being what it is. But, no matter what, the work that they brought, the joy that they brought people, everything that they've done to actually, enrich people's lives, that should not be discounted. That should not be discredited. Okay. And unfortunately, if you end up watching one of Bill Cosby's films and Bill Cosby's, shows or whatever, and the only thing you can see is, whatever court case that he's in, was involved with, that's unfortunate. But if you can see past that, and you can see the joy that Bill Cosby was able to bring people, if you can see what Michael Jackson's music was able to bring across the entire world, right? And the scandal, if you can push that scandal aside, then that work still means something, right? I truly believe that. That's going to be my thing. And Frank Langella, unfortunately, if that whatever happens, people are people, man. But the work that he did, whether it was Dracula, whether it was Stargate SG-1, whether it was Star Trek, whether it was any number of wonderful films that he's done over the years, right? Seriously, you should not be able. No one should be able to take that away from the man. Seriously, it's crazy, right? Barry Allen, yeah, but if you still at me, then you have room for the Thunder Tank. Yeah, but if you still at me, then you have room for the what? What are you talking about? But if you still at me, then you have room for the Thunder Tank. I'm sorry, Barry. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm still getting the Thunder Tank, though. James. So McFarlane has 40K Chaos Space Marine. I'm going to need that. Yeah, well, you know what? All the Space Marines are looking sick. Honestly, they're looking amazing. Right, Ken. James, I got Moff Gideon to give to the Dark Saber to Mando. Oh, that's hilarious. Awesome stuff. Jabbar, Rodimus Prime. Who's teasing Jay? I was speaking the truth. Let's just agree to disagree, Jabbar. Barry, sorry, if you sell it, you'll have room for your Thunder Tank. I'll still have room for my Thunder Tank. I'm not selling Snake Mountain. Screw you. In the politest way possible, Barry. Screw you. Right, Ken. James, I'm falling in love with McFarlane's Warhammer. I know they look amazing, don't they? Right. I don't have the Mando. I will only get him if I have a Pedro Pascal head. Barry. Well, I mean, the deluxe Mando has Pedro Pascal's head, like the one that comes with Grogu. So you should definitely think about grabbing that one if you can, James. Barry, Jay, I'm kidding. Come on, because you really know you want to sell that sword for about $7,000. Screw you, Barry. Once again, in the nicest way possible. Screw you. I would never sell that sword for so little. What are you talking about? What the hell's wrong with you, Barry? The hell? Jabbar, Frank Langella should have been Hordak. I'm not going to disagree. That actually would be great. Yeah, but he ended up being Skeletor. And so who would play Skeletor then, Jabbar? Because Alan Oppenheimer, if you watch his performance in Star Trek as a Klingon, he can't do live action. He's a good guy. Don't get me wrong. I love Alan Oppenheimer, but what his appearance in Star Trek, he looked frail. He looked really really frail, and he wasn't that old yet, right? So I don't know. I don't know. James, right. The opportunity to paint them with artist proof series is great. Love the sculpts too. That yeah, I know. Customizing your own. It's amazing. Rodimus, Amber Heard is losing. Okay, let's move on. I know Rodimus, thank you for that. Thank you, but again, Hollywood. Let's leave that out of Mega J Retro live stream. Jabbar, I do agree with that on that one, Jay. There you go. Okay. Well, again, we don't have to we don't have to agree, Jabbar. We don't. We don't have to. You can have your opinion. I can have my opinion. I feel very strongly about Master Universe, and I'm just joking. We're all just having a good time, right? We're just all having a good time. Right. James, Black Series Mandalorian Din Djarin and Child. Yes, the Mando helmet can be removed and have the Pedro Pascal head. Yes. I'll show you it's on my Instagram. I only panel lined it, so I gave them the unhelmeted head. That's right. James, that's wrong. An established actor using his charm and popularity in court to defend himself is dangerous. Okay, guys, let's move on. But I will say this: there are a lot of people who are like, you know what? I'm not going to say that. Screw it. Barry, Jay, I'm just bugging you, but I love you, man. Well, honestly, Barry, you're starting to get under my skin sometimes. James, right, Ken. I'll have to check it out. But yeah, brother, I love you too. Don't worry. Armando, I got my first Revelations figure as a bust. I got my first I got my first Revelation figure as a bust. King Grayskull came with a loose ankle joint, just being held by a bit of plastic. When I came home from work, he had fallen and broken foot. Take him back, Armando. Take him back. Seriously, I know they're hard to find, but seriously, try to take him back. Try to find another one. I couldn't exchange as well. It was the only one on the in the shelf. Then hold on to it. Wait until this, because honestly, there's gonna be a lot more of him. Trust me. So just wait, because honestly, he looks great as a figure. He looks amazing. Jabbar, Alan Oppenheimer was the second Doctor Rudy Wells on the $6 Million Man. Remember? No, I don't. I remember the $6 Million Man, but I don't remember specific characters. So honestly, maybe I do remember that. But it's kind of hazy. But okay, I'm gonna have to look that up again. Interesting. Rodimus. So Jay, will you sell your Unicron? Will you sell your Unicron? I mean, it would suck if you had it. No. Okay. All of my beloved, all of my grails, all of my grails, I'm not touching. Okay. My Master Universe figure is pretty much all like my absolute absolute collection is not going anywhere. I'm not I'm not selling any of my Master Universe figures if I only have one of them. That's not going to happen. My grails, I'm keeping all my grails. Right? I didn't. I did a what's it called, crowdsourcing. This guy was a dream come true, and it happened. So yeah, definitely, I'm not getting rid of Unicron. No, absolutely no freaking way. I'm thinking about bringing him just to clickbait, to bait people to come to the table. But other than that, I'm not selling him. There's no freaking way. Snake Mountain over there, never gonna sell that. Never, ever. My Sword of Omens, everybody can screw themselves. I'm not selling that either. There's no freaking way. But a lot of the other figures, some GI Joes, some what's it called? Some Transformers, some GI Joes, some Overwatch figures. Some Black Series figures, things like that. All that stuff, that stuff I'm going to be putting on sale, at the show. And again, people can come, they can ask me about it, and happy to make a deal. Absolutely. But never will sell Unicron, never will sell Snake Mountain. Absolutely not. James, anyone see King Grayskull in the wild here in Canada? The answer is no. He hasn't shown up yet. Not just yet, James. I'm looking for him too. Right. The boys are already asking for Montana and Rotan. Of course. Why wouldn't they? They look amazing. James, Ken, you're teaching your kids well. Of course he is. Barry, are you still bringing up Unicron to the? Are you bringing Unicron? Are you bringing Unicron to the con? And are you going to take lots of pictures with some cosplayers if they come to your table? I don't know if there are really any cosplayers there. It's not. It's not really a Comic Con. It's more of a toy show. I'm pretty sure. And of course, if any cosplayers show up, yeah, of course I'll take pictures with them. 100%. I love cosplayers, guys and girls. I love them. They look great. Jabbar, 3 actors portrayed Dr. Allen. Martin Balsama. Martin Balsam was the first, and Martin E. Brooks was the last. Oh, there you go. That's probably why I don't remember. Right, Ken. James. Yeah, me and the boys still debating if we're going to get King Randor, 2000X, He-Man, and Skeletor. When it comes to Motu Origins, I have to consult my boys. You can't go wrong with King Randor, my friend. You cannot go wrong with King Randor. James. So the Masterverse She-Ra looks great. She looks incredible. My 1 year back buying toys has gotten nuts. Regrets, I have few. There you go. That's exactly what it is. Again, buy what you love. Don't go crazy. Don't do something that you're going to regret. Seriously, guys. Like, especially today. Oh my god. With the prices of toys the way they are right now, you have to be selective. That's just what it is. You have to be selective. Don't be an idiot like me. Don't buy everything that's on that's out there, right? Buy the stuff that you want. Buy the stuff that means something to you, right? I'm still waiting on on I'm still waiting on Clone Force 60. Clone Force 99. I'm still waiting on them, right? They're like I'm still waiting on the last pieces, right? Still waiting on those last pieces. I've only got 2 left to go, right? Omega and Echo. Last 2 pieces of the puzzle. Hopefully we'll get them soon. The what's it called? G.I. Joe, Crocmaster, right? Spirit Iron Knife, Storm Shadow. Man, such nostalgia. Still waiting on those guys, but be selective, right? Like, don't go out and don't go crazy. Buy the things that mean the most to you. Don't go nuts. Barry, Jay, have you ever seen the movie Barbarella? Yes, awesome, awesome movie. Cheesy as F. Jay Fonda never looked better. Seriously, what a freaking sausage fest. Sorry, not a sausage fest. What a sausage magnet. Okay, that's what I'll say. Freaking hilarious. Oh my god. Oh, beefcake cheesecake, like to the nth degree. I'll tell you right now, crazy, just crazy. James Romero, I need to ignore the itch to get Figure Arts Sailor Moon stuff. Oh, dude, don't they look gorgeous? They look amazing. He is the king. Yes, King Randor is the king. Barry, Robert Ulick in Ice Pirates. I don't remember Ice Pirates. Don't remember that. Barry, and you seen the Battle Beyond the Stars, right? The Battle Beyond the Stars. Battle Beyond the Stars. No, I don't think I've ever seen the Battle Beyond the Stars. I can see why you watched it. No, seriously, I've never seen the Battle Beyond the Stars. Although it does seem very familiar. But no, I've never seen the Battle Beyond the Stars. Actually, maybe I have. You know what? Damn it. Honestly, I think I have seen this film. God, when I was a kid. Years, like decades ago. Oh my god. All right, Barry, you just drummed up a memory I didn't think I'd ever have. Holy crap. Honestly, I now that I'm looking at these photos, what the hell? All right, you know what? Might as well. Yeah, so Barry's just bringing up some repressed memories now. Yeah, I think I did watch Battle Beyond the Stars way back in my childhood, and honestly, I'm it, and no, it's not because of this girl that I remember it. That's not why. It's definitely because of even though she stands out. It's this scene right here. This actually caught my attention as soon as I saw it. Yeah, it's got a cowboy. It's got a whole like yeah. Just I think I did see this way back in the day, some time, and now I can't remember. God, now I'm gonna have to look this up because yes, I sort of remember this. Yeah, I'm now gonna have to freaking look this up. Thanks, thanks, Barry. Great stuff. Oh God. Okay, now I'm really. Oh man, the battle beyond the stars. Jeez, Louise, just crazy. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to look it up now. God damn it. All right, fine. Again, I remember it to a certain degree, but I can't remember um, the actual scenes and the actual movie. I'm gonna have to look it up. Oh my gosh, crazy, just funny. Another repressed memory. Thanks to Barry. Freaking crazy. No, I don't. But honestly, I can't remember. I'm getting flashbacks of it though. So that's what's happening right now. Crazy, crazy stuff. Um, uh, Captain Vergiften. Good to see you, my friend. How are you doing tonight? Good evening, people. To me, the only Motu collection that matters is Club Grayskull / Mattel Super 7. Anything else is out of contest besides the original series. Only 2 seasons. I stay purist always. Well, you know what? That's fine. I mean, I'm not gonna argue with you, Captain. But I'm loving Revelations. I really am, and I'm loving the Masterverse. That's just me, and I'm really hoping that they'll continue it. The reality is that Club Grayskull is impossible to collect right now. Impossible, right? Like you're literally putting up a mortgage for half the collection. And you know what? I've been looking for Castle Grayskull, a decently priced Castle Grayskull, for decades. Haven't been able to find it. I can say decade for a decade now. I can actually say that. That's crazy. That's I'm just wiping away a tear from my eye. Just nuts. But I can appreciate what you're saying. I can appreciate it. James, obviously I'm getting figures of actors I respect that are essentially dressed as cartoon characters, but I've strayed outside the rules on a whim. Well, there you go. We all just have to be true to ourselves, everybody. Guys, in the UK already, they have Tiger Force and Python Patrol. Hopefully, they'll come here to Canada soon. James, haha. Meanwhile, we haven't seen a bat or an alley viper. Um, we have, but they've been at other types of retailers. James, I picked up I picked up 3 bats. Sorry, I picked up 2 bats at Heroes World, and to be honest with you, they were the cheapest. They're the cheapest, so they have made it here. Rariken, I still have a crush on Sailor Mars. It's those legs, my friend. Jabbar, the band Duran Duran got their name from Barbarella. Oh, is that true? I did not know that. That's hilarious. Barry Allen, must see, great film. It is definitely a cheesy film. Hilarious. James, Rarikan, I think that every Asian kid. Oh man. Those are my last classified. Thanks, buddy. You reminded me I have to pick up Supreme Coco today. Nice. Congratulations. That's awesome. Barry, you should watch it again. I will definitely have to take a look at it 100%. James, cult films in the 70s and 80s are strange experiences. You know what? That's why they're cults. They're so much fun. Bakuru Banzai, so much great stuff. So, we are in a time of retro renaissance, and I love it. It's so great. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. It has been a crazy weekend. So many things happening in the toy world today. All those wonderful pictures coming out from Mattel. Things have just been going 0 to 60. A lot of people's lives have been turned upside down because of what's happening around the world. It's just so many crazy things, guys. If you know anybody who's in distress or anybody who could use a good word, please don't hesitate. Reach out to them. Make sure that they care. I myself am going through so many different things right now. It's just not funny. Wonderful to get my car. Thank you guys so much for all the warm wishes and everyone checking up on whether or not I had the car situation handled. And yes, now we finally do. Now I got to pay for the damn thing. So guys, I really do hope you will join me this next weekend for Oshawa Comic Con. It's going to be great. I'm going to be there from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. All day. So, guys, I hope if you guys can make it, that you will definitely come visit me there at my table, just to say hi. If you want to be on an episode, because I will definitely love to. I probably will do an episode there. Like Barry said, I'll probably just walk around the whole convention center, taking pictures of different booths and seeing the sights and the sounds. Um, you know, Probably get a little bit of B-roll, and then anybody who's there, please come by, say hi. We'll take a selfie together. Maybe you can be on the video, and yeah, I think it'll be a blast. Haven't been to Oshawa Comic Con ever, so this will be my first time. I think it's gonna be an experience. This is my first time vending in like ever. Other than as I said earlier, that I did some. I was selling comics at one point for a comic book that I was helping my friend to produce. So this is going to be a brand new experience for me. I don't know what it's like to be a vendor. So yeah, this is gonna be kind of crazy. So I hope. Pardon me. I hope that I see some of you guys there. Oh man, gonna be a crazy week this week for me. Hopefully, we'll be able to get some hunting done. I've heard some rumors that the Thor wave has started to hit Toronto, so guys, be on the lookout for it. Hopefully, you guys can catch some. And yeah, it's going to be a blast. So, guys, once again, please come visit me at the Oshawa Comic Con this Saturday, April 30th at 10 o'clock a.m. at the Harmony Creek Community Center, 15 Harmony Road North, Oshawa, Ontario. It's going to be a blast. $5 admission. If you bring some canned goods, you can actually win some prizes. So it's going to be a blast. Guys, come say hi. I don't bite unless you want me to. It's going to be great. It's been an absolute pleasure hanging out with you guys as always. This is the highlight of my weekend. Guys, conventions are such a great thing. Everybody out there who loves something, whether it's cars, whether it's toys, whether it's anime, whether it's comic books, it could be anything. There are conventions. There are freaking accountant conventions. There are lawyer conventions. There are conventions of every sort of type out there, and of course, there are video game conventions. So, guys, if you are a fan of conventions, definitely leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what your favorite convention was that you've been to or that you're planning on going to this year. I really would like to hear about it. Of course, guys, thank you so much for spending some time with me here this Sunday, April 24th. Oh my God, where does the time fly? It's been an absolute pleasure to be here with you guys tonight. Last few comments before we log off tonight. Barry Allen, Night Jay, and Chad, be well. This is the way, and go Jays go. Go Jays go. I did see one game the other day. It was a lot of fun. Jabbar, at J. Jabbar, they're doing a great experiences, though. Awesome. Ryder Ken, everything will be better. Support ka kita. Thank you. Maraming salamat, pare. Maraming salamat po. Thank you so much, Ryder Ken. You're amazing. James Aparo, at Jabbar Robbins, it's a matter of perspective, my friend. Well, there you go. Luis Ortiz, hey Luis, how are you tonight, my friend? Hello, everybody. Awesome video by OJ. Thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate it. I hope you're doing well and stay safe, Luis. James, be safe, everyone. Keep your toys fun and never sweat the small stuff. Peace, my friend. Good to see you, James. Long time. Thanks for the show, Jay. Thank you, James. Good to see you. Capitan Vergiften. Good night, Jay. Gracias for the streaming. Muchas gracias, mi amigo. We will see you next time. Thank you so much. Hasta luego. Hard Hitters College Station, Texas. Brother, good to see you, bro. Thank you so much for being here. And Ryra Ken, good night, guys. Be safe. Mabuhay talong lahat. Oh, yes, of course. Good night to everybody, and be safe and good and be well, everybody. Guys, thank you so much again for being here. Thank you so much for all the love and support. You guys are the best. This is, of course, the highlight of my weekend, being able to spend some time with you guys. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next week, guys. Geek Proud.